Good, yes, good for ya. You got to give it up for the brother. He got it going on. Hooper, Hooper, gonna tear the house down.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing out at Fort Steilacoom on the Rhododendron course. I'm currently on the back nine, so if you didn't watch the front nine, go back. It's the video right before this one. Watch that, see how I played. I'm gonna give you a clue right now. If you don't want it, go back right now. I'm sitting even through 9 on Rhododendron. My best here, I believe, is a -1. I'd have to check UDisc, but I believe it's a -1. So even through 9 is great for me. We're getting ready for the Fort Steilacoom Open coming up in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be playing the MA40 division. Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm still 39. But because I turned 40 this year, they let me play in that MA40 group because the MA2 group was full. So I'm getting a practice round. What I'm trying to do here is get a par on every hole. Does that mean I'm not gonna get a birdie? I could get a birdie, I could get a bogey, but the goal on every hole is a par. I'm taking it easy, I'm not throwing it 100%. Somewhere between 60 and 80% is plenty for me. I don't want to hurt that elbow anymore. And I'm trying to avoid the long forehands if possible. Forehand approaches are fine, those don't hurt at all, but the long forehands, they do seem to twinge just a little bit, and I know they're not making healing any easier. So we're out here, this is hole 10, longer than 500 feet. Way down there, par 4. As far as tournament goes, as far as round goes, this is one of those holes that I count as a birdie. I'm trying to get a birdie on this hole. Today I'm not. We're gonna get the par, nice and easy, down the fairway, nice and easy to the pin, and potentially have a birdie look, but a par is just fine, like I said. So follow me along this back nine, and we'll see if we can continue that even round, maybe even a sub-even round. That would be cool. Let's go. If you noticed on that front nine, there are a lot of holes that I can throw this understable Hades. This is one of them. I'm gonna throw it out to the left side of the fairway, have it just turn over and fade back into the right side, center fairway, that's all I want. And really, because it's just over 500 feet, I'm just looking for between 250 and 280 on this drive. So let's get it out there, push that limit, and then we'll get a good approach shot as well. I definitely pulled that. One of the issues with my standstill is sometimes I still tend to round too much, and a lot of times that happens when I am throwing slower than full power. It's what I did there. Luckily, I ended up in a good spot underneath that far tree on the right side of the fairway. Let's see what we can do with that. Well, unfortunately, it looks like we are going to settle for a par here instead of a birdie, because that right side is a little closed off with the trees. Left side is wide open, so it is, for me, it's a forehand line no matter what. I'm just gonna push through the forehand gap, hopefully circle's edge, and I can still have a shot at birdie. It's more likely a par. So let's throw that diverse disc trail through the gap there and see where we end up. Skip. Got some ground play, not enough to make that birdie though. Whoo! What a catch. I don't like how much I left on that. I made the mistake of trying to run that bird, still made the par, still even on the course. Nothing is wrong. That was just a dangerous birdie attempt and I should not have done it. Tournament, I won't. All right, here we are, hole 11, 380, and as you guessed it, I've got the Hades. This time I'm gonna go high with an anhyzer. See if we can't get around that tree and then fade back into the fairway over there to have a look at that pin. Oh, or a roller. Got a little bit of a crosswind. I might have just thrown it wrong. Either way, bad release. We're down there in the fairway. We had a right to left off of the tee. Now we have a left to right here. Looks like we're just swirling as it sometimes does out here at Steilacoom. I want to point out something here behind the pin. Most people don't see it until they're in it. There is a bunker sitting there behind the pin. All the bunkers on the course count as hazards. Play it from where it lies, throw an extra shot with a stroke added. We're just gonna get close, hopefully with the Steilacoom Crave, and move on. That'll do. Tough par. Little wind left to right. We got her. Here at hole 12, it's 423 feet to the basket. I'm not coming anywhere close, so we're not going to try. Something that we need to be aware of, it's basically a triple mano to get through off of the tee pad through these trees and the low ceiling. There is a bunker over on the right. Avoid that. All I'm going to try and do is go straight down the center and then flip out in front of that tree, well past that tree there on the left side, leave myself an opening for an approach shot. That's it, and we're going to do that with the Hades. Drop. Got lucky and got through that tree. The plan was to get past before we turn that way, but you know, you better be lucky than good. I don't mind this spot at all. I've got to get in between the two trees, avoid the power pole. If you've noticed my forehands with that Steilacoom Crave, they're pretty okay. So let's just see if she can get us there today. Yeah, just circle, but we got a putt. I was hoping for a little bit more skip there, but we're inside the circle, so hey, that's a look. And oh, another lucky one, but you know, we'll take it. Well, are you bored yet of my boring disc golf? Pars all the way through 12, even on Rhododendron course. I've got a couple of birdie holes left ahead of me, so we could still finish under par. Hole 13, a little over 350. The wind can't make up its mind. It can't decide if it's a right to left or a left to right. Between the last few fairways, it just keeps doing whatever it wants. So we're gonna go right up the gut, hopefully off to the right side of the fairway, but we're not throwing hard enough to where it should matter. We're not gonna be behind that bush over there on the left. So worst case scenario, we're over there and we can still backhand it up towards the pin. We're gonna go right up the middle, Hades again. Like I said, we're not gonna be far enough that that's gonna have an issue. Pitch it around there with the putter, call it a day. I've got that bullet. We're just gonna go under the trees, get close to the basket, tap it in. Just like that. Boom. Let's see, what's par times 13? That's still par. We're sitting even. Let's head over to 14. Here is the problem for hole 14. Hole 14 is a birdie hole every day. I don't think I can make myself just lay it up into the fairway, get my approach shot, go for that par. I think that any shot that I would throw to try and get that birdie, even if it ends up being a bad shot, leaves me in an approach for par. So this is one that I'm gonna go for. I've got the chemtrail. We're gonna go out wide, crash in left, see if we get close enough for the birdie, and hey, we can get a PR today. That's inside the circle. That was the right move. Well, why don't you tell me right there, was that the right move? Right play to play for birdie at 250 feet? I think it was. Leave me a note in the comments. Let me know. Was it the right move? We got the bird. We're sitting at -1 through 14. What's that, 4 to play? I'll take it. Well, before we get going out here on 15, I want to give a quick shout out to Matt and his team that take care of the courses here, both Northwest and Rhododendron. He's got some great cuts. They've got some great new pin positions. The grass is looking immaculate. Things are looking awesome out here. And I know going into tournament season, he's doing some NADGT tournaments out here. He's the tournament director for those. He's got the place looking great for those. Awesome job, Matt. Keep it up. I'm sure there's people out here that give you a hand if you need a hand. You just got to let us know, but keep it up. Here we are in 15. Like 14, this is another one that I kind of have to go for. It's 320. I can get into the circle on a full power shot. I don't know if I'm going to go full power, but we're going to try for circle 2 here. Backhand with the Hades. We need a little bit of a flip up. We've got some right to left. We've got a little bit of tail. Fun things happening with the wind today. It hasn't made up its mind yet. We're just going to try and get down there no matter what. As long as we don't get over into the trees on the left, we've got an approach shot to get our par. Went for it, hit those trees. It was a good line otherwise. Had it been the inside of those trees, good power, I think it would have been just fine. There we go, there we go. Left a little meat on that bone. I think we had a little bit of wind in the air as we were coming down, but you know what, we got there, so that's fine. All right, -1 through 15. We've got a stroke to play with. We're on the island. The island's 309. Can we get to that pin? Yes, we can. We've got a stroke to play with, so if you hit the hazard, we can still shoot up, get the bogey, which we don't really want. We get the bogey and still finish the course even. And I think I'm with the wind. We got a little bit of a tailwind. I think we can go for it. So we're gonna go for it. We have the Hades. Let's get there. On the island, that was a terrible release. Got through the trees. We're putting for birdie. I don't know how we got through these trees. These trees are tight. That was a misrelease. Came through. We're, probably edge of circle here on the island, which is fine. Now let's just make it, get that birdie, make it worth the risk. And it was worth the risk. So, what would I do in this situation in a tournament? If I'm all the way in the back of the card, sure, might as well go for it. The only thing that's gonna hurt is my PDGA rating, maybe my pride if I don't make it. Top of the card, I think I would have to be a couple strokes behind the leader and I need to make something up, or several strokes ahead of everybody and be like, oh, cool. I've got some room to play with. Let's see if we can get to the island just for fun. If I'm right there tied, I don't know that I can do it. So lucked out today. We're sitting at -2 through 16, 2 holes to play. Hole 17, 366 feet. I can't get there. My whole goal here is to get around the last tree in this line. It's a line of what, 3 or 4, maybe 5 trees there. I'm gonna go out wide. I'm trying to crash back in just the other side of that so that I have approach shot for the basket. We're back to pars here. So as far as pars and birdies and bogeys go on this back 9, the front 9 is tough. If I can shoot an even on the front 9, I am very happy. The back 9, I believe personally, is the easier of the 2 9s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 birdie holes on the back nine, whereas I only have 1 on the front nine. So I do feel scoring wise that the back nine is easier. This is not one of those holes. This is a par hole. That's all we want here. Par. Sitting at -2 right now. Let's maintain that. Good shot. Pretty well in line with that last tree. Threw it about 65%, got her down there. The best part sometimes about knowing that I can't get there is I don't have to throw my arm out. I can make a pretty good approach shot with the Steilacoom Crave anywhere to 240 out, generally from 90 feet to 240. So I have a wide range with this guy as long as I leave myself a forehand look. That's what we have right now. So I bet I'm 110 out. We're just gonna go high, crash in next to that pin, take our par, go to 18. Not as high as I wanted to, but it's down there. I definitely left a little more on that than I wanted to. Luckily, my putting's okay. Uh, 25 foot, take it. I think it is. I don't think it's a bogey-free round. I have 2 birdies, no bogeys. Let's do that on 18. Well, we made it to 18. We stayed under par. We avoided the bogeys. But now we're at 18. 18's got something of everything on the course. We have OB right. We have OB left. We have a mandatory over on the left. We have lots of trees. We have 3 or 4 bunkers down on the end with some OB on the back side. It is a par 4. It's 497. Normally, this would be one of my birdie holes. We're sitting at -2, which is a PR for me. So another birdie would make it a higher PR, but I'm happy with the -2 PR. So we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna go up the middle, try and get over to the left just a little bit. From the left, we're gonna get over into that left fairway. We're gonna make a nice little approach. We're gonna tap in our par. We're gonna take that -2 and we're gonna walk away. Because any tournament that I've ever played, I would be ecstatic with that -2. Let's do that right here, and then we'll set the tone for the rest of the summer. I think I've got a couple more tournaments out here, so let's do that. If you like what you're seeing, as always, make sure you're leaving those comments. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share with a friend. Do the things that YouTube likes you to do. I'll keep posting in the disc golf scene if that's where you found me, in tournaments, even if I'm not playing that tournament, so that you can see the layouts for these courses. If that's what you want me to do, if you want me to do less talking, if you want me to do an ASMR, if you want me to do some other things, the comment section right here, that's the place to do it. Right now, we're gonna throw this Hades here on 18. Again, 497, we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna get that par and take our -2 and go home. I hit that first tree. That's okay. We can play with that. In the past, I'd take a more aggressive line over here to the right on a backhand, let it skip past the bunkers to the pin. Definitely an aggressive line. That can lead to a bunker. I don't want that. We're gonna come out this way, leave ourselves with a nice approach shot, tap her in. Not ideal, but it's still there. Like I said, I didn't make it easy on me. We've got 1, 2, 3 bunkers there in a line with the pin in the middle. I just need to get close enough for a tap in is what I'm really looking for. I don't hate that. That's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, guys, we had some Had some witnesses there at the end, but we ended up with a -2 here at Rhody. No bogeys. We had our 2 birdies. Fun course, great tournament course. You get done here on 18 here at Rhody, head on over to Flexline. They've got some cold drinks, they've got some discs, they got some helpful advice for both courses. If you're liking the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things that YouTube likes you to do, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
I'm a hero.